Morning guys, I don't know if you can see me, the sun's right in my face, but it's quite a nice morning. It's 6:30 and I've done my check-in, woken up, hydrated, got my all important coffee, and yeah, weighed myself 155.3 this morning. So since the last show, which was 5 days ago, my weight hasn't come back down to a new low. It's still about a pound too heavier, but I'm definitely getting leaner. We're 8 days out now from my second and final show of the season, and as you can tell by my voice, I am battered. So expenditure targets have gone back up to what they were a week and a half pre-show one. So 15,000 steps, an hour of cardio a day, and that's normal training. Macros, well, calories are 1,500 on a rest day, and about 1,900 on a training day. So I'm truly digging. For me, I'm absolutely battered, but part of the process. I'll look back and be proud of what I've done. And we've only realistically got today, tomorrow and the day after to dig. So we've only actually got 3 days of digging this hard, and then we start the fat load again and hopefully take the foot off the gas with cardio. We're just trying to pull off another pound or so to get a little bit leaner as we can. But prep's truly hitting me now. My appetite's the biggest one I've noticed this week. My body keeps, well, my brain keeps telling me to go and eat something, even though I don't want to. It tells me to stop caring about the goal. So that's a bit weird. As you can see, I've got a bit of fake tan on my face still. Most of it's come off, but hopefully it'll all come off in time for the next fake tan. But yeah, so what I do now is on my morning walk, I try and get like 9,000-10,000 steps done in one massive go, because by about 4 or 5 o'clock, I've got steps left. It's just so hard. Like, my legs get so heavy in the evening, and it's hard to explain unless you've been in the prep yourself. Your body just gives up on you a bit in the evening. So I'll get all this done now. I've got my last leg session of prep to do today, which is exciting. So I'll absolutely do my best to send it. So I'll obviously have a few meals after this, get a bit of energy and send that. So I'll catch you guys for meal number 1, which is very similar to what you've already seen. My food in general is similar to what you've seen, but a bit different. So enough to show you, and then we'll go from there. Normally I love this walk. Today I just want to get it done, but what views. Like, sometimes you really need to just, even on prep, try your best to be present, because these views are amazing. My mouth's still frozen. Can't talk more than normal. Plus it's windy, so I apologise for that. So I've had a few changes from Finn this morning. 25 less carb on, well, my training days. I've only got 3 training days left in a row now, before we fat load anyway. So 150 carbs now. Sad thing is I only have 4 meals now on a training day. Pre-meal is an oat cream rice concoction. Post-workout is a chicken and potato meal, and my last meal is a little oatmeal or an oat bake. That's gone, which is sad, because I love that oat bake, helping me sleep. That oat bake is now being replaced by that weird mug cake that I do with protein, with a fair few raspberries, and that's it. A bit of 5 grams of dark chocolate. So that's sad, but it's the last few days, so I know we can do it, but it's getting tough. So I'll still show you the meals anyway. Meal 1 is no longer the mug cake, because I don't want 180 grams of whey today, so it'll probably be an egg meal, but I'll show you when I get home. But yeah, for now I shall finish these steps. So guys, we are back, and I am still feeling a bit zombie, but now that I've stopped I do feel a little bit better. Poor Fair to put up with me. That's the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to post prep, is it's not just being there for people like around you, not just physically. It'd be nice to have more food and actually do things, but mentally as well. Like, obviously I care when people, I don't know, phase down about something or happy about something. I obviously care and want to join in, but like, you'll just give a direct response to try to fix the problem, if that makes sense, as opposed to actually showing like empathy. But that's part of prep. She's aware of that. She's been really, really good, really supportive, and we've only got a week left, and then I'll be the nicest guy in the world. Luckily I'm not too grumpy, but I can get very, very quiet. But again, part of the process. So meal 1 is a very weird meal. It looks massive, but it's not. We've got about 100 grams of lettuce, pickles, mustard, ketchup. Very weird, I know, but it's just for volume. We've got a lemonade, even though it's 8:30 in the morning. Actually, I will have. We've got a yogurt, which I might save for my last meal, but if not, I'll have it now. We've got an egg, 250 egg white, 15 cheese, salt, pepper, and half a tin of tomatoes. Mainly for volume, quite low carb, high protein. 10 grams of fat, I think. I might put the macros up if I remember. But yeah, so I'm going to enjoy this because my next meal is in about 2.5, 3 hours because that's my pre-workout meal. It's very sunny today, so Faye might join me for a coffee and a small walk. But otherwise, I'm going to enjoy this while it's still warm. Try and get a bit of life in me. And yeah, keep going. I'll see you in the next clip, guys. Right, guys, we are back for meal 2. It's just warming up in the microwave now. I didn't actually record what we did in between the first meal and this one. So I got more steps in first. And then me and Faye went for a coffee in that place with the flowers that you saw in the last video. Or the one before, one of the old videos. And it was very, very nice. It wasn't too strong today. It's a lovely coffee. And it was sunny, so me and Faye went to the pier. Candida's got a pier on the beach. And we went to the arcade there. And we didn't do very well, did we? I beat her in air hockey, so I found my old groove. This meal now is my favourite meal of the day, as always. It's the oats, 40 oats, 30 cream of rice, chocolate orange protein, the goat. It'll have a piece of chocolate broken into it in a second, some flavour drops, not too many today, and to top it off, yoghurt. My pre-workout meal. I didn't have that yoghurt with meal 1, so I'll have it my last meal of the day because I knew I could get away with it. I feel very fatigued, but I've been a bit happier for Faye, and then. So she hasn't killed me. She's happy with me, aren't you, Faye?
So pleased.
But I'll have this now. I'll feel really good, probably. And then we're training about an hour and a half. But I'm going to enjoy this. And then I'll catch you guys in the next clip. So I've eaten that meal and I feel a bit more human again now. I'm actually only recording because it gives me something to do when I eat. So now I've finished eating, there's usually like 5 or 10 minutes where I'm still really hungry. Even though I'm starting to feel better. So this is a good distraction. I'm also cooking my baby potatoes for later. I'm not having all them, that'd be very nice, about a kilo in there. What I do is I boil them all normally, stick them in the fridge, and then as I need them, I just throw them in the air fryer on max crisp for like 8 to 10 minutes, just to get nice, like mini chips really, but it's a lot easier. I do the same with my veg as well, there's loads of veg in there, and then I'll cook my chicken today fresh. Usually it's fresh for chicken, it's just nicer, isn't it? It gets a bit chickeny, you can leave it in the fridge overnight, that makes sense. Reheated chicken tastes like chicken. Anyway, but yeah, what I was saying before with being preppy in front of other people, I can see why people who live alone prep really well. Like on my own, I can walk relatively fast, don't have to talk to anyone. I can get in my zone and do what I need to do. When you live with someone, everything's a bit different because you can't be that selfish. Even when I go for a walk, it's nice that Faye joins me, but I don't want to be really quiet with her just walking next to me for support. I'd rather be nice and actually give back into the conversation. Otherwise, why would you want to walk with me? But the downside to that is it makes me walk a lot slower. It's really weird. My brain can't do both at the same time. So then she's got to walk slow for me, but she doesn't mind. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to giving back. What I was saying before about the whole empathy thing, I do feel bad if she feels upset. Obviously, if she feels happy, I feel good. But I just can't display it. Like, I feel the emotion, but it's just not... I just can't express it. It's really weird. It's hard to explain. You're just so knackered and beaten up. So she'll be upset about something, and I'll just give her a solution, which is good, you know, it helps, it shows people that you are thinking about them, but sometimes I want a bit of empathy, sometimes I want you to feel sorry for them, and you have that look of like, oh, it's a nuisance, even though it's not. So she understands at half time when I say things without a tone of voice, like at the moment I'm talking to you guys, that it's just the prep, that inside I do mean what I want to say, but it's hard for everyone, so I'm looking forward to giving back emotionally as well. But yeah, 3 more days is currently the goal in terms of digging. So we're digging today, tomorrow and Sunday. And then we start a fat load on Monday, which will be 6 days out from the Saturday show. 5 days out. So I'm looking forward to that. Fat loading is quite hard because obviously you're on very low carbs for 2 days. But this time it's 2 days, not 3 days, which is good. I'm hoping expenditure and cardio get pulled down, even though it means I'll bring a little bit less condition, because they're absolutely ruining me. Like my nerve damage or nerve pain on my right leg, right hamstring is really bad at the moment. So less expenditure is very welcome, but we'll see. We'll see what Finn says in the day. Today I've done about 11,000 steps, and then I'll do the cardio post-training. So I'll be training about an hour. Legs, final leg session of prep. So if I record it, I will, but I'll probably forget, or I'm half tempted just to get in the zone, just to do it, and not worry about the camera setup and all that. But at the same time, I want to record the last session of prep, last leg session of prep. So for the last show, we trained legs 5 days before the actual show, which was fine. We washed off enough fatigue. But this time we're training legs for the last time today, which is 8 days away from the show. So it'll be interesting to see how my legs look on the show day, whether they look a little bit less inflamed. We won't be carving up too much because my shape's not too bad. so there's no need to carb up too much. We can kind of get away with that. I'd rather play it safer and go on the condition side. So if I fill up too much, I get very, very watery, which I know a lot of people do, but I really do, which ruins a lot of the look. And obviously we're still not diced inside out, and we're not going to be in 3 days. But yeah, 2 days fat load, and then 2 days carb up, and then a recovery day, and to assess as the day goes along. It'll probably be the same as last time. It'll probably be like first 3 meals higher carb, and last 2 meals pro fat on the tan day, and then the actual show day itself will probably be pro fat until we're on stage again, and then pre-stage we usually have about 100 carb, something like that. Probably like this time I'll just bring rice cakes and jam. I don't need all that food, and then it's post show. And like I said in the last video, I will try and record any cheat meals I have, but I'm not going to go out my way to a 10k challenge. It's not my goals. But if I eat that much, then it'll turn into that challenge. So I'll just play it by ear. But that's that. So I'm going to finish cooking this. I'm going to get ready for the gym, and then I'll catch you guys maybe in the gym clip, but if not, it'll be post-workout with the post-workout meal. Right guys, we are outside the gym. I'm starting to get hungry now, pre-workout, but it's my last leg session, so I'm going to absolutely send it. I'm going to try not to injure myself. The last time I did this leg session was 2 weeks ago, because it was 2 weeks. Because last week was the 2 days before show, so obviously I didn't do this leg session. So I have trained legs since. I've trained it a few times since, but that's the other leg session. Can't get my words out. But this is the hack squat day. It's now more of a leg press day. It's Cybex leg press first, because it challenges you more in the short range, which then means I'm not chasing load on a hack squat that I used to lift and getting frustrated, because it's the next exercise. I'm accepting of the fact that it's going to be weaker. But the hack squat is still a 2-second paused. But the compounds are only 1 set now, except for the glute bridge, which is 2 sets. So I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can. And the way I find I do this in prep is go as hard as you can. If you match numbers or beat them, great. And if you don't, you don't. I go for the most internal stimulus that I can actually get, which in this case is whatever the carbs and the blood flow and the hydration lets me get. But I find if I get a good warm-up in, then I do tend to get a better internal stimulus. So make sure you warm up. Obviously the lower volume does help in terms of giving me the extra time to get the session done, and then after that I will do cardio, 30 minutes today, and then 60 minutes tomorrow and 60 minutes the next day. I thought it was an hour each day. It's not. It's only 30 today. If I feel really good, I might do some extra and then not have to do as much tomorrow and Sunday. I was worried about this weekend because obviously with steps being so high, and I'm in the gym for like 3 hours on top of that if you include cardio, posing and training minimum. Today it'd be like the same amount of time, even if it's less cardio, because I take longer doing legs. And then Faye was off tomorrow. I was dreading it a bit because I thought I don't want her to have a nice day off on the weekend when I do, and then me being a miserable twat all day, or like worried I'll get my steps in, blah blah. She's now working tomorrow. She's got like an extra shift, so it means I can get all my stuff done when she's working. She's only working 6 hours, so I should be able to get all my training, all my cardio, and my steps done in that time, or most steps done. And then on Sunday she's working the same shift in the morning, so I can get everything done. So in the evening, I feel horrendous and ruined, but I just haven't got that background thought of I've got this to do. And then Monday, like I said, I'm hoping for the expenditure to come down. So, and I'm back in work then, so I'm really hoping for the expenditure to come down. I've waffled a lot in this video. I think it's because I'm worried that I haven't actually got much energy, so I'm worried I'm under speaking, which is then making me over speak. So I'll probably cut a lot of this shit out. But yeah, so for pre-workout I've got 1.5 scoops of Naughty Boy, and the lid fell down the side of my car seat, so that's gone forever. 1 scoop of Naughty Boy, sick pump. No pre-workout stimulant because I don't want to have anything that's banned by WADA. It's close to my show. So 1 scoop of that, just so I feel some sort of bait around the knee. And then my Monster. I've had 2 coffees a day in that Monster. So not loads of caffeine, a bit more than I have usually, but the Monster only 150 milligrams, just enough to get me through this session. So I'm going to sip on this. I'm going to watch a bit of YouTube myself and just kind of get into the zone. And then I'll catch you guys either on the way home or with the third and post-workout meal. See you then. Right guys, we are back from the gym. Excuse the post-workout look. So it was a very good session. The leg press maintained, which I'm very happy with because it's been 2 weeks. The hack squat, I lost a rep, right? And when you've got 1 set, it really annoys you, but it wasn't even my fault I lost the rep. So it's a set of 1, no it's not. So it's 1 set of 8 to 12 normally, with a 2-second pause at the bottom. So it's a really hard set. Someone sprayed deodorant on my 6th rep right next to me. So obviously I got this massive mouthful of deodorant when I was going to my 7th rep, which then really threw me off. So I didn't go for an 8th rep. So I was really, really annoyed with them. Don't know why they did it right next to me, but it is what it is. So I lost a rep there, but everything else maintained or progressed. So I can't really complain overall. I definitely hit failure across multiple places, exercises. So did a cardio after, meant to be half an hour, did an hour 15. So I banked a few for the next 2 days, which means I don't have to do 37.5 minutes tomorrow and Sunday. So that's really nice. But I'm battered now, like as you'd expect. Legs and then an hour and 15 cardio. Came back and I was like staring at the air fryer while I cooked my chicken, which is here. So it's a chicken breast, 190 grams. Well, it's 200 grams, but I don't mind a little bit of leeway. Potato, broccoli, air fried. Well, everything's air fried. Like I said before, it's I boil everything, so it's in the fridge. So I just throw it all in the air fryer, some seasonings, and then potatoes and carrots. So I'm looking forward to this. And I'll have, I don't know if you guys have tried this, Tango Mango. It's beautiful if you haven't tried it. So I'll enjoy this now, and then I'll do some video editing of this video. And then I'll catch you guys for the last meal. So guys, I feel really good, weirdly. I don't know why. I thought I'd be absolutely battered after all that, but I was battered this morning, then did a leg session, then did the cardio and finished the steps and feel better. Whether it's because I boxed off extra cardio for tomorrow, I don't know. Whether it's because other things are going better and I'm just feeling better for it, I don't know. Or whether it's because another deadline's coming soon and I don't know, excited for that. I don't know. Either way, I'm not complaining because I feel really good. With that last meal, I did have another one of them yogurts because the reduction in carbs meant that I had to get more protein elsewhere in order to make up for the loss. Yeah, you know what I mean. This last meal is no longer oats, which is very, very sad. But it doesn't look too bad. It's 60 grams away. We've got red velvet into a mug cake, 100 grams of berries, 5 grams of dark chocolate, 5 grams of peanut butter, lots of cinnamon, bit of salt, and then another yogurt. I know. So it's very high protein. It's 8 o'clock, so I'll be in bed hour and a half. So quite close to bedtime, just to let me digest it. But at the same time, I don't want to be too hungry in bed. And that's it. That's literally my meal. And it'll be exactly the same foods tomorrow. The only difference is I'll be having the pre-workout meal first, because we're training a bit earlier. And the post-workout meal will be the same. And then the eggs will just be meal 3. And that's it. So, and obviously lots of water, lots of hydration, lots of everything. Hopefully I get a new low weigh in tomorrow. Now I feel a bit better. Hopefully I'm flushing out some water weight. And yeah, that's it. The next video will be probably now during peak week, the fat load. I'll do a few things differently maybe, but I'll record it. It'll be in work again. But yeah, it's quite a monotonous day in the life, but that's bodybuilding for you. I love it. But yeah, I'll catch you guys for the next video.